How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Blade Bias. The Vulp is now out, but I wanted to, while I'm waiting on mine to arrive in the mail, I wanted to talk a little bit about the Morse, because kind of how it went from my understanding is that Will got a Morse, and then he was like, hey, this is pretty good, but there are some things that should be changed. And that's kind of how I feel about it. For 60 bucks, it's definitely awesome. The Vulp, definitely, from what I tried at Blade Show, because I don't have mine yet, from what I tried at Blade Show, the Vulp absolutely stomps the Morse, and I think I figured out kind of why. But first and foremost, the Morse is definitely awesome. Out of all these $60 cheap Amazon Bell songs, it is probably the best out of all of them. I think I haven't really found anything that competes or even comes close to competing with the Morse. It's definitely awesome, and besides the Vulp, it is definitely the best in its category. But it does have some inherent flaws. The first one, it does not hold tolerances, like, at all. The tolerances on this thing died within the first, 3 days of me having it. That's just what happens when you don't have the manpower and the ability to check every single one that goes out and hand tune all the bushings on every knife you send out. But that is alright. That is kind of what you expect with a $60 balisong. That is one of the things that you get with a cheaper balisong. But other than that, it flips pretty good. I really like the actual design. I like the roundedness of it, and these do a decent amount for grip. The jimping on this is straight up doo-doo. I will say it is some of the least effective jimping that I have ever tried. It doesn't really do anything, because when I do ladders, my fingers are up here, which doesn't even touch the jimping. So I'm not even actually touching the jimping at all when I do them. And in that, oh god, it's very humid out here. I live in Florida, by the way, so it is literally just slipping right out of my hands. Yeah, definitely the Vulp jimping is a ton better, and I'm glad Will went with a more aggressive jimping style, because realistically that is that's what helps. More aggressive jimping is definitely better in my opinion. But I figured out my major issue with the Vulp. The balance is good, the size is good, the shape is good, the tolerances are not good, but that's just what happens when you get a $60 balisong. But why was I finding myself not wanting to flip this thing? And it is for one major reason, and I feel like I figured it out, and it is the blade. If you look at the blade, here you can see all of the weight of the blade is here. It's in kind of like this middle section of the blade. When most balisongs that you think of with a good balance, especially trainers, I think of the Mako, for example, there's a huge cutout here, and the weight is at the tip of the blade. And this kind of does the opposite of that, and I feel like although the balance on the Morse is very good, it really messes with the momentum of the Morse to a point where I don't feel like it flips as good as it would. If they put a different trainer blade on this, something that has more tip weight, I feel like the Morse would flip a ton better. And I feel like Will understood that, and that's why they designed the Vulp blade to have a huge cutout straight down the middle, which is great. I'm so excited for that thing. It should be at my house within the next couple days. But yeah, the Morse in general is a huge, and especially the Vulp, are huge steps forward in terms of the Amazon balisong kind of space. I feel like there could have been some improvements. I feel like there could have been some changes with the Morse to make it perfect, but that's what Will did with the Vulp. So Nabalis is, either way, they're making a good product. The Morse is still very good. I just have some issues with its momentum. I find it just hard to keep on my hand properly for certain things. It kind of wobbles about when I'm doing chaplains and stuff. It doesn't really stick the way it should, the way I remember the Vulp sticking when I tried it at Blade Show. So yeah, they fixed a lot of things with the Vulp. Huge shout outs to Will and Brandon for making that happen. We always say Will's work, Will's balisong, but Brandon also did a lot of work on that. So huge shout out to both of you guys. You guys both put in a lot of effort to make a very, very good product. But the Morse is really good. The Morse is cool. I like it a lot. But its major flaw, I think, is its trainer blade. I feel like it just messes with the momentum and it doesn't stick to your hand, especially for stuff like that, like reverse behind the 8-balls. Once I get to here, it just kind of flies away from my hand, and I have to compensate by like over-moving, like exaggerating my wrist movements in order to get it to stay on. So, you know, it's not terrible, it's just kind of, it could be better. But overall, Morse is very cool. Vulp is definitely better. I really can't wait to get mine. I'm still thinking about, we tried it at Blade Show. Me and Ethan were actually, I believe, the first ones to try it that weren't like Will's personal close friends, which is very cool. So, yeah. Can't wait for the Vulp to arrive. Should be just a couple more days. The Morse is very good, but I do have my general gripe with it, which is this trainer blade needs more tip weight. Cut this out, put this closer to the tip. That's what we need to do, in my opinion. But, yeah, definitely can't go wrong with either. If you can't get your hands on a Vulp, then the Morse is still a good option. But, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you all again very soon. Peace out.